Guys, the traditional approach to building an arborist rigging system is to get a big tail block and an even bigger topping sling, topping strop. This video is about an alternative approach that costs less and surprisingly does more in terms of its functional flexibility. Like anything in God's green earth, it has its pluses and minuses, and I'll discuss those in the buzzboard. What you'll see here is how to put it together, and then we'll go out and look at the four major configurations in a tree, and we'll also get an early look at a retrieval technique called the wedgie. The wedgie is a one-way retrieval ball that you can build for yourself, and you can retrieve your blocks without having to have them go over a branch or find their way through a crotch. So, to begin, the two products we're using are from Extreme Arborist, the new X-Rings, and a block, the RP145 block from CMI out of Franklin, West Virginia. The product from Extreme Arborist is their 61325. That's their large 20-28 X-ring on a 3/4 inch 10X plain sling, 25 feet long. As soon as we get it, we're going to convert it to a Whoopie, and we're going to do that by burying the tail within the sling itself. If the word splicing intimidates you, I suggest you don't use it. Just call this a bury. It is unbelievably easy to work with 10X in this size. All you have to do is put two spots on the rope, 30 inches from the ring and another one 22 inches from that. And we're going to take the tail of the sling and bury it at one spot and pull it out at the other spot. Again, in this size, the 10X is just unbelievably easy to do that with. Here you see me working with a 3/4 fid from Luke. It'll cost you $10. Make you look like a genius, but don't tell them I told you so. You can also do that with a ballpoint pen and a piece of string. So you get your Whoopie built, and now we're going to put the RP145 from CMI on this block. This block has a long-standing reputation for delivering years of good service under tough conditions. We're going to put the block on the sling, and the reason we've chosen this block is that it's a little quirky. What do I mean quirky? Well, it's a 3/4 inch block, but it is smaller than you would expect for a 3/4 inch. It's 6.5 inches by 4 inches. It's about 3 pounds lighter than you would expect. Its 25,000 pound MBS is lighter than you would expect for a 3/4 block. And its price at under $100 is an unbelievable bargain for a 3/4 inch block. It turns out that quirkiness makes it perfect for this configuration, because the MBS of the block, the 10X, and the ring are all perfectly balanced in that 25,000 pound regime. Nothing is overspec'd and nothing is wasted. The magic happens when you put them into a basket configuration, and all of a sudden you've got a 45,000 pound system, something on the order of a 4.5 ton working load, 3/4 inch system for anything from $100 to $150 less than the traditional approach. Okay, terrific. But I said it was more flexible than the traditional approach, so let's go outside and look at the four ways we can rig this system. You'll see those four ways, and you'll see me use the wedgie to do a retrieval that doesn't force the block to go through the tree. I'm going to do another video on the wedgie. The secret sauce is the ability of the bag to move toward and away from the piece of stable braid. All you need is a brass ring, a piece of stable braid, and a throw bag, and you can build this retrieval system, and that'll be the subject of another video. But you will see it in action today. All right, let's head out for the treat. Here's the Whoopie in a choking basket configuration. It can handle about 20 inches of stem diameter and still deliver the high strength configuration when you can't find a suitable crotch. The block and the ring each take half the load. The more traditional configuration is the block on an sling. This is a single strength configuration, but it can handle choking diameters from 14 to 46 inches. Note that long tail. The 10X will fight you a little bit going through the X-rings, but it'll work. The mirror image to this is to use the X-ring as the rigging point and liberate the block for top rigging chores elsewhere. In this configuration, the X-ring can be choked in close to the stem, or it can be a floating redirect as much as 10 feet away. Now let's look at the Whoopie in its primary configuration. In this configuration, the Whoopie can deliver leg lengths of 2 to 6 feet for each side of the basket to go through a crotch. More likely than not, you've put it in place manually, but you could have put it in place like a normal ring-and-ring friction saver. Now we're going to take a look at the Whoopie on retrieval. When you're done with your rigging, how do you get it back without letting the block try to find its way through the crotch?
Tie your bull rope, your throw line to your bull rope, and recover your bull rope, and that'll give you the throw line falling out of the block. Tie the wedgie in place. You've got a separate throw line for retrieval, and you come up and pull the wedgie through the block, and then pull it back through. It'll wedge the block. Block is wedged there, and now you just pull like crazy and control the descent through your original throw line, and the whole thing will come back to you.
There's going to be another video coming out about the wedgie and how to build it. If you want to be notified, click the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching.